All right, it's time. If you're ready. If not, we'll wait. Okay.
Said.
I'm going to YouTube now. We definitely have music. Mm-hmm. Just that website? Just that website? There gotta be something where website resolution or something. I don't know because I don't go to that particular website. There gotta be something where website. Oh, I heard myself. I don't know because I don't go to that particular website. Oh, I heard myself. Want you to be there so he can wish you a good day, a good night, and as always have a good life. Much love. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Much love. Have a good night, good life.
Alrighty then, we got good music on the other side too. So if I switch over, and it will be music on that side too. So I gotta turn that. Well, not that one. Where is Jesus Christ? Having to install it. Can I hear myself? I can hear myself because I'm on my YouTube channel. I'm out of it right now. Okay, where exactly is this is capture, this is media. Where is just audio? Because I have just the one just says audio. Is this the only audio? I hear myself again because I'm also on Jesus Christ. There we go. I am so out of it
Said.
today.
I hear you.
Yeah, but I am so quick lowdown or update. I had my computer completely fuck
Said.
up on me.
And I'm sure Jesus Christ can hear you too.
Yeah, he needs to listen to my prayers more often.
Drivers for our graphics.
Yeah, so I updated the newest NVIDIA graphics driver for my NVIDIA 4060 Ti. Right, been having it for a while now. Updated the driver for it. I was on Windows 11, and the computer did what it normally does. Like, hey, you downloaded this driver. We need a reset. All right, nothing new here, right? It kind of used to this kind of stuff. Sure, let's reset the computer. Reset the computer. Came back, and all my audio is gone. Not just like yeah, not just like can't hear audio. No, computer couldn't find audio. Fine audio, but I had to go to my drivers, and it can clearly see that there is audio devices on my computer, but the computer's window could not find audio. So I can contact my dude. He gets we get a little call.
I have no audio.
You have no audio. I just saw.
Because
I've
got YouTube up
sure
over
Jesus.
here, and I'm hearing you talk, but I said it took a dump, and I heard nothing.
Huh. Let's see. Okay, so I think it's because
there we go. I'm back. I got audio now. Whatever the hell you did.
I didn't do anything. That's not traffic. Anyways, well, please let me know, Tibbers, if he doesn't have audio at some point, because right now, as far as we know, we have audio. But yeah, okay. So I contact him. We make it where the admin could, or the user of the computer could find the audio.
He has audio.
Good shit. But yeah, we could find the audio. We found the audio, but still could not hear audio. It's like, okay, so computer lost audio. We found audio. We turned audio back on. Still can't hear audio. So I was just on my computer for a couple, 3 days or so with no audio on my computer. Until we just went, fuck it, let's restart this bitch back to factory. And that's what I'm doing. Everything I have is now back to default. And I am making backups on backups on backups of everything. And now having to redo my whole Streamlabs, my whole OBS, my Stream Elements, my alerts, my chats, my text to speech, my stream keys, my scenes. I can do all that. And honestly, this is as far as I've gotten.
Said, be glad that Windows didn't brick your PC. It's been doing that.
Oh yeah, Windows
that sucks.
Yeah, I wish I could talk to Windows developers directly. And I got a message for you assholes. Stop fucking with shit, okay? And the video also stop fucking with shit. Y'all need to hey, we need to come to a ground of this is where we should be at and stay there. Just like, hey,
Said,
this works, we stay
happy
there.
affiliate anniversary.
Is it really my affiliate anniversary? Jesus Christ. What is it? No, if today's my affiliate anniversary, I guess I went past my 8 years and
Said,
now 9 years of streaming.
You can tell ChatGPT over 70% of their code is AI generated. Said, bah fucking ads. Said, AI is BS, man.
Yes, it is. But yeah, guess I'm on 9 years because if it's my affiliate day,
Said,
my affiliate day, then
look at the raise in prices of everything memory relted.
oh, there's so many. Okay, Corvo, right now, if me and you were
Said,
go into a good business
it may actually kill out PC gaming.
of being thieves, we should just go around stealing, RAM chips. That's it. Just steal a bunch of RAM chips and a bunch of DDR5 and DDR6 and
you ain't heard the word
thieves.
on the street. You don't rob
Said,
banks anymore.
I'm in.
You rob the fucking chip
Said,
manufacturers
Pikmin.
because that shit's worth more than gold.
yes, that's where you're like, hey,
And the guys on the corner, they holding the little baggies, but they ain't got pot in them anymore. It's fucking RAM chips. Like, I got you hook up.
yeah,
How
the
much
police
you need?
officers be
25,
like,
35
why do you
gig?
have these
I got
RAM chips?
64 gig right here.
I'm building a
64.
PC.
You got 225. I got 64 right here. I'll hook you up.
Man, I just say right
Said,
now
You're
that
like,
is
what the fuck?
I have old DIMMs to get us started XD.
law. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, you're talking to somebody who works in this industry, and I look at it, and you think it's bad from a standard consumer standpoint because you're like, well, fuck, I'm not buying no RAM no time soon because, as a standard consumer, you're not going to spend what was $84, $584 for it, right?
Yeah.
But businesses like bigger global companies and shit, they got them by the balls right now. They got them businesses by the balls because I can't have a fucking
they even went back to
engineer
DDR4
using
slots on
CAD
motherboards because there is still a
without enough
surplus of it,
RAM.
but they said within
So
the
guess
next
what I
3
got to
months
do if
that
they need more
surplus will
RAM,
also dry
regardless
up.
of the fucking price?
Yeah.
I got to buy it. So I mean, businesses are going, oh shit.
We are broke. Yeah, you're a
Said,
bunch of broke boys.
Bro, even my NVMe I bought a few
It's like,
months
I can
ago,
feel
it's
a
now
hand,
double the
and
price
instead of
around
fucking,
2
I
or
don't
3
want it
months
here.
later.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just so funny. It's like no longer is the market of something you want to steal, like being graphics cards, and if you're one of those people out there that just stealing graphics cards or doing Bitcoin or you're like that. Just get your hands on a bunch of RAM chips and you're fucking golden. And that's such a weird statement to me, to thinking that people are now trying to figure out ways to get their hands on RAM chips so they can sell them. I have a soldering kit. I can do that, or soldering station now. I can take chips off boards now. But problem is, I use them, so therefore I can't be taking them off. It's like I need a nickel and dime myself. Like somebody, remember like back in the old days, they used to take the edges around corners off of things, right? Like a quarter or coins, and then sell like the keep using coins, but they'll sell the edges. And put them in the little bars to sell those to make a little money. I feel like that's what people are going to be doing to like RAM chips. Going, I don't use that much RAM. So I'm gonna just take up this one RAM chip off of this one and one RAM chip off of that one, and just I'm gonna collect them over the years and just start slowly selling them. Figure out they can nickel and dime even their own piece of hardware.
For me, if I was doing that shit, it'd be my luck. By the time I had enough stocked up to do something, the fucking market would go back down. They go back to normal price and be like, motherfucker, I just did all this goddamn work.
I know like people that sometimes take computer hardware that's broken, and if the chips have like gold on them, they'll melt the gold off of them and then like just get rid of the chips and sell the gold, which you need a lot of them, like barrels full, to get actually like a good amount of gold from them. Now you just take the entire chip and sell it. What other things have RAM in it? Graphics card, RAM sticks, motherboards. I guess maybe M.2. So they have
your NAS has it in there. Your phone has it in there. Hell, your fucking printers have them in there.
Yeah, just gotta figure out which one actually have the one that everybody wants for the AI. I can't wait for that bubble to pop. Sorry, we were talking about AI a little earlier. I know too. That bubble needs a pop. I'm sorry. We were talking about that last week with Clouder, my brother. About AIs and what it do for work. And again, I find most AIs really interesting.
The only reason why this has happened is because our government is the biggest regulator of the market, not the production but regulator. Now these companies are now fully aware they can do whatever they want, and this administration won't do anything about it, as is an example of other companies that have done much the same. That is the beginning and end of my dip into politics.
Yeah, it's we don't talk about politics here, but that's okay. It's all right. We all kind of on the same boat in that one. We all kind of understand it. But it's just I want the AI to pop, not because it's not been entertaining or fun, but everything now is getting too involved, or everything has to have AI in it in order to be a sell buzzword or to be a profitable sell marketing. Only I find interesting is like when Grok goes Hitler twice. The AI personality ones are fun for me. I like fucking with those. But honestly, I don't really have a day-to-day use of it. Like I even have like my browser that I use. It's like, hey, you want to turn AI on it? I'm like, bro, why do I need an AI on a browser? I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm Googling. I know what I'm doing on my. I don't need your assistance to tell me what you think I want to do or feel about a certain page, or you to tell me where to go. Like, you're not going to be mind reading what I'm doing. I don't need an AI in my browser. That don't make no sense. Like, what can a browser use an AI for? I can't think of anything. That's waste of RAM. And power.
It supposedly enhances the search capabilities.
But the Google does the searching. I just give it the prompt to go and find this for me, bitch.
Apparently, it can help Google search better.
Yeah. It can help Google, yeah. Well, I don't use just Google, sometimes DuckDuckGo, because I don't always say. Apparently, there's another one out there that's just trying to come about that's like, now there's a Google browser for each political side. Again, I don't get into political things, but I'm like, oh my God, now we need browsers for political standpoints. Jesus Christ. I might want to say, he's like, hey, only search things on Google's, you'll get the answers for Google. No, don't always follow that. That's not always the truth. But Jesus, people stop being biased towards certain things. But yeah, I don't see a purpose in that. I still don't see a purpose in AI and a toaster. I don't see a purpose in AI and a coffee machine.
Your toast is done.
We know exactly how you like it.
Serving Grumpy in his house. Your toast is done. The fuck, bitch! I can see the toast pop up.
Like, I don't know.
Unless it's gonna do the thing from Ghostbusters 2 where it dances to music. Now that should be pretty fucking cool.
It's starts yelling at you from another room. Bitch, I've been done. How long you want me to keep this warm for you? Hurry up, cup. Here's your toast. And of course, there's also like a refrigerator that also apparently that can read inside of your refrigerator to see all your groceries.
Well, you see, you will soon find toasters that go to the
and it'll
store
send
and
you
buy
a
the
text
bread for
telling
you
you what
so
you
it can
low
make
on,
the
what's
toast
out
for
of
you. It will
date,
prompt you when ready.
what you usually get, so you should pick some up. And I'm like, motherfucker, if I can't walk to my refrigerator and go, oh look, we're out of milk, and go get some milk.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying. You remember the movie? What was the movie? It was about that little trash robot, and he goes and finds all the humans. They're out in space.
I'm waiting for my sexy time bot like Armitage
Yeah,
the
Wally. It feels like AI is trying to turn us into the Wally humans of that world. When we don't do jack shit, and the AI does it all for us. Is that what we're trying to accomplish here? Because I don't know. I don't want to, like, I'm already pretty big. I don't think you should enable my laziness by not letting me do jack shit. Because the bot was making sure they don't do anything. Humans like, hey, y'all are precious, precious boys and girls. You don't need to do jack nothing. And we'll have this AI do everything for you. But let's see, waiting for my sexy time bot. That's gonna be a thing. That's always a fun time. Like, it's not gonna be, hey, do we have cat girls or cat boys or modifications to people's DNA? It's gonna be sex robots first, and then we're gonna be really having the consequences of a conversation of, are we gonna actually have kids anymore? Because guys are not gonna be able to tell the difference from the sex robots to real women, and then thinking, oh, this is a real one. Oh, surprise! It's a robot.
Stealthy's in my ear.
Yeah.
She just heard you say the word sex robot, and she's like, what the fuck is he talking about sex
AI.
robots for?
Artificial intelligence and then sex robots, because I want my little Lily Chan to tell me I'm a good boy.
Stealthy says she gonna stop calling in while we in the middle, because the last time she called in, we're in the middle of talking about Handy 2. This time she calls in his sex robots. She's like, did y'all change what kind of topics y'all are discussing?
Okay, so last week, little rundown. Last week, Corvo's coworker went to a tech con, and they had him a sex machine there that jerks you off. And it was called a Handy 2. So when you put AI in Handy 3, so Handy 3 can talk to you dirty and to ask you how you like it, so it can learn how to stroke your shit while you're going at it. And, because he needs to learn how you like it, do you want the tip to be flicked a little bit, or, a little rim job? What are we going for here? To make sure this AI really knows how to get you off. So, so when they put it in the sex bot, it already knows what you want, so you just plug it in.
She said she gonna stop calling because every time she calls, somehow we get on sex.
Well, she just brings it out of us, I guess.
He says it's okay.
There was a market report that showed that AI has no profitability for the next 8 to 10 years. However, there is already putting money into that industry because it is likely to be the best way to generate profit. Also in Armitage, the third Armitage is a prototype AI that is capable of having children and care for the children they have.
And now we're talking about it, so maybe she should stop calling and transmitting vibes. Anyway, so oh boy, this shit. She disembodied for sure. I feel like I have two voices in my head right now. That's pretty funny.
But yeah, it's just, of course, with the AI, there was a I don't know if it was an actual study or an actual someone doing into it, but apparently kids are heavily using ChatGPT.
They're not going. They're supposed to go help their grandmother.
ChatGPT to do their homework, and even college students are using ChatGPT to answer questions for their quizzes or for their studies or homework or whatnot. It's just, we are allowing ourselves to come a point into our life where we're no longer going to seek answers for ourselves. We're going to go seek answers from AI to tell us things, and not think that AI itself has ever been artificially I would get swayed to one thought or another. Because it's an artificial intelligence. If it's artificial, it's gonna like, hey, I think this is this way. Because it's not gonna give you
I mean,
fully factual.
but to your point, though, it's all about the education of it, and whatever you put in, you get out, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can make anything feel any kind of way or feel any kind of way if you point it at data that's going to support that feeling, you know?
Mhm.
Uh,
So like if you could look
uh-huh.
up, you know, history, and it could be one sway of the side of the history where how they were told the history came about, but then forgo
Right.
the rest of the information, and then it will come to its conclusion and give you that information. Like, whoa, that's not the full picture. There's more nuance to everything, and if you tell it to like this side of the story, you forget that side of the story. And I don't think AI should be telling our kids or college kids what information is out there. Especially if it's been done by, let's say, a highly powerful and rich company that has an agenda. You know, just say it. Don't. And of course, if your AI girlfriend sex box
said,
feels a certain way, you don't
know
want her
what,
nagging at
funny.
you. Well, my sex bot nagging at me because it has a
50 more watts. What the fuck are you doing?
It's like, God dang it, I just want you to blow me. Come on now. That's all I'm I don't want you to be too rude like a girlfriend. I just want you to be
Stealthy says AI integrated in the home, helping teach your kids. They come in one day and it's like, oh, by the way, mom and dad like puppy porn. What the fuck?
What's so funny there, Helsing? What's funny? But yeah, I just don't think AI is okay. Here's a question I just pondered up. Are humans ready for AI?
Oh, fuck.
What?
She says it's like AI. It'd be like blackmailing your ass. Be like, oh, you haven't paid your power bill? Don't make me tell everybody about your kinky fetish.
But yeah, like, are humans really ready for AI? Are we fully capable of?
To be honest, I don't think we're ever gonna be ready for AI at the way we keep thinking we want. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of people
We're
think
pushing
they
it.
want it. I think we're pushing it, but I don't know about
Said,
you, but are
there's
you
more risk
ready
to
to go
reward
to a
with the dyes
store
they are making
and
for the memory, so they're
it
wasting
be
more than
like
they are gaining
a
if there is any
person
issue with
standing
the
in front
dyes,
of you
whereas
talking to you,
consumer
but it's
dyes
not a
have very
person?
little chance of issue
You know
with
what I
them,
mean?
but you know,
Are
cause
you
there
ready
is
for
more
that
money
shit?
in the
Because
market for
I
AI, they
kind of
wanna
like to
point to
know
that
there's
instead, which
like
makes no
some
sense.
flesh and blood in that shit.
Yeah, so it's a Helsing said here, the more risk to the reward with the dyes that are making the memory, so they're wasting more than they are gaining. If they are any issues with the dye, where the consumer dyes or dye have very little chances of issues with them, meaning the dye that they use for the RAM chips. But you know, because the more money in the market for AI, they want to point to that instead of, which makes no sense. So apparently the dye is really expensive in order to do it, and they're wasting a lot more in order to make them than they are actually getting from actually making the market of chips for AI. I didn't know there was a dye. Of course, everything needs a lubricant, right? But I didn't know you needed a special
Said,
dye in order to do it.
the AI chips cost more than the consumer chips.
Yeah, the AI costs more than the consumer chips. That is,
So
I get it, but like people that are doing AI have the funds to waste on that kind of stuff.
okay. We're getting derailed on AI again.
A little bit.
Let's rein it back in. Let's rein it back in, and let's have a conversation about the sky is falling, and we're gonna get locked out of our devices
Mm-hmm.
because
Said,
I
The
feel
AI chips
I can
also have more
see
chances of issues, so they use
they
more.
are trying to do things.
Yeah.
Okay, not denying that. Um, I don't know, man. I do get like them doing it is essentially taking ownership away,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how much traction that actually has
Said,
versus how much of
the
this
sky is falling, the human race
against
is
it
falling,
is
Kek W.
hype, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
so you know the expression the bubble pops. Usually the bubble pops meaning that they push the boundaries, they push it too much, too far, and eventually people will all lose interest in it because it was just blown up to such a scale that it went past the boundaries of it, and the walls got thin, it got old, it got annoying, whatnot, and people will lose interest in it. And that is to me is a human factor that we're not realizing that, like you said, we may never be ready for it. And the only way we can ever be ready for it is to slowly consume it. But we're not slowly consuming it. We're like dropping this thing down like candy. Which, by the way, I don't know about the other countries, but apparently Florida found there's a lot of drugs and candy, and it's been going on for a while. So if you're in the states, watch out what candy you eat, because apparently there is a lot of it in candy. But that's not. That's a different story. We can get that a little later. Florida's great. I love Florida. Uh, but we're consuming it too much, too fast. We're adding it too many things, and we'll eventually see like, what's the point of this? This is kind of useless. But I think at that point, damage could already be done to us as humans when it comes to relying on something like this. Like, what happens to all the people that are doing all these AI art, AI videos, when the AI bubble pops and all these websites and all these places you can do this AI stuff just go away, just disappear? And all this time you've been using
Said,
that stuff to make those
oh,
things.
it's everywhere in Europe. Did you know that the
Well,
governments
I
are
guess
making
you
safe
better learn
places
how
for
to do it
drug
the old
users
school
to
way.
use rather than take the drugs
Crazy.
off the street?
But yeah, like you just it's like you build your foundation on a sinking ship, and eventually
Well,
that ship will go away.
we think that that's what's going to happen,
Mhm.
or a lot of people, should I say, think that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I I don't know if this is going to be a bubble pop situation. To be honest,
You don't?
um,
Hmm.
I'm not saying that it ain't. I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of hope it does pop in a lot of ways. Not every way. I just think we need to rein it in, bring it
Said,
back, and
AI is defo gonna have a huge downfall
we
before it goes anywhere.
yeah, we need something. We needed something to be a little bit more grounded. Like, we've always said, like, the only AI I see really, really useful is like AI in STEM, like STEM research, medical research, drug research, stuff that actually like can do a bunch of, while they might be not real tests, but it can do a lot of like, what was that one website? This happened like a couple years back where it was a website and it was pretty much trying to find the cure to the cancer or something like that, and people were letting their computers run a bunch of tests on their own computers to help try to work with the research of it. And like a bunch of people brought their computers, and every day they're still doing it, I'm sure, where they're running tests on new variations or new ideas to try to cure cancer, which a lot of people said they already figured the cure to cancer, because Jesus Christ, some people just don't want to
Said,
die in certain
AI in the
field of
military
work.
sense is a bad choice in my opinion, because who has to say
Yeah.
that it's not going
Well,
to get
I
hacked
don't know
somehow
about
and
how
used
true that
against
part
them?
of it is. I just feel like I feel like we're getting away from
It was intended.
what we originally intended AI to be. AI was meant to be a tool to help us, not a tool to stifle creativity.
Hmm.
Because I feel like in ways it does stifle creativity. I mean, if you have the ability to go out there and type in a few keywords and it create it
Said,
for you, why would
exactly.
you sit down and work on creating it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes. And
And that can be detrimental because once as a large population of beings, we lose the ability to be creative, then we're going to lose the ability to advance ourselves. Losing the ability to advance ourselves is going to cause us to regress, not progress.
yes.
So I think what we should have stayed focused on the helping tool side of it and not the, oh, let me make it pretty, sexy, talk to me and shit like that. And you know,
Yeah.
it'd have been great to have an AI assistant that could have, taken over and actually went out there and fixed that fucking vehicle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Said,
nah, we don't got that.
AI will
Instead,
only
we
cause
got
poverty if it's taking away jobs.
instead of that, we got AI girlfriends wanting to tell you how it feels good. Bitch, that don't help me in real life.
I can't tell you how many times. Like, I don't know if it's just on X or YouTube, but I've got commercials like, "I'm an AI girlfriend. I'm just as good as the real one." I'm like, Jesus Christ, no, you're not. One, you sound terrible. Two, you look terrible. And three, I don't want to like. If I want to imagine happy playtime, I'll just go look a video up. I'm just there's already people out there that are real doing that kind of stuff. I don't need AI want to do that, but I think it's going to stifle people's creativity, like you said. I think it's going to stifle people's ability to think, and then stifle people's growth in life.
In the long run, it's going to take people's. It's already doing this in some places, but I think in the long run, it's gonna on a larger scale create more unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If a company can buy a program on a subscription.
Man, if I want to watch someone play with their coochie, it NT gonna be AI LOL.
People to do a job,
yeah,
and it do it faster, and it do it within the set parameter every time without the mistakes, then why the fuck wouldn't they do that? Now you've got all these people sitting at home going, how the fuck am I going to feed myself?
Well, it's also where if let's say that did come about, right? We would need to have things in place. Sorry. We would need to have things in place to not only have those people that would lose those jobs, meaning they would need to have ways of making money or having money to allow them to learn new things to then change that career to another field.
Okay,
but not everybody wants to do that.
You're still missing the point. You're still missing the point. At the end of the day, if you build the right equipment and give AI the ability to control that equipment, what job is there that it can't take?
It would mostly be labor jobs, and that would be the sad state of things. It would be mostly labor.
It's not going to be labor jobs. Hell, they already got AI running robots building fucking cars. That's labor that people can't do anymore because they don't need them. My point is that that's not the case. It can get to a point where there is nothing for us to do. And what is our current economical climates based on? Work put in equals, cash given, right?
Yeah.
Well, if we can't put nothing in, do you think the fucking wealthy and the government's gonna want to give us shit? No. So now you're stuck with a dilemma. How do you handle that? Are we gonna go back to the days where it's just like,
said,
we don't need money.
Yeah.
We just go get what the fuck you want. I don't think that's gonna work because no manufacturer, even if they have AI building all their product, is gonna want to give you the product for free.
Yeah. I don't see anybody.
You're in it. You're in a situation where if you get to that point, you've essentially fucking doomed us.
Yeah. Like, I don't think anybody's doing anything. What's the word for it? Like, whether someone's doing something like being like without wanting anything or not wanting anything in return.
Making AI augmented humans.
What's that word for it? Like, it's altruistic. I don't think any companies to be altruistic when it comes to trying to make the world a better place where you don't need to do anything, just seek out your pleasure, your self-fun, your self-happiness. I don't really see
I mean,
that
you can
being...
go back to our basics.
Mhm.
You can go back to our basics even before there was actually what we call currency to exchange. We still had to trade shit for shit.
Yeah.
And the only way you did that is you had to grow this shit and trade it with Billy Bob, who grew that shit. And he had to trade it with you. That was still effort we had to put in. It was still an exchange of types. Nobody, Billy Bob ain't gonna give you potatoes if you're not gonna give him tomatoes. You know.
And then it'll go to the point, like, you know, for Americans, it can also, you know, like, I don't find it really funny, but like, I understand. It's like, no, made in America, be proud of it. You know, that makes it worth more money because it was made in America. And then people are going, it was made by humans. That's the selling point. No longer is like, it's like not made by a company, a corporation, or nation. It's made by humans. Therefore, I add an extra $100 on it because it was made by hand of a human. Yeah, we prosper and we make a comeback, baby.
Hey, go.
Then we start putting laws in. We're going, hey, if it was made by AI, you have to charge more. But it was made by humans, it can cost less.
It's ridiculous because it should be a research.
I think Stealthy's probably saying something in his ear.
Stealthy said it's already in place. Like they're already doing research. She's saying they're already doing research at
Said,
in her department.
if it's made by AI, then
for
tax
AI
is timed by
to do
4.
what
If
she
it's
does
made by
currently.
human, then there
Right
is
now,
no
they're doing
tax.
active research for it.
Yeah, of
And
course
there's
they are.
already a chat bot that has been put in place that does the replies and shit that is not them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but I will always rather a human voice, someone that's actually communicating with me, giving me like actual emotions and like being sympathetic to my plea and problem on a phone call. But if the AI sounds like human, you know, AI voices, that's the kind of thing I wish somebody would stop that, because I want to be a voice actor someday. That'd be so nice. Be so sweet. But if AI sounds like a real human, then it can have emotions with their way of speaking and, you know, calm my enraged anger for whatever problem I'm trying to solve with them on the phone, then yeah, the people that are doing phone calls and IT stuff like that's gonna have a real problem, because I don't want some AI to have some bullshit sympathetic and be like, oh, you poor baby, poor thing. Let me fix that for you.
She's saying there must be some already there like that because she gets mistaken for an AI bot all the fucking time on her calls. She's like, people be pressing buttons like go to operator. And she's like, I'm a fucking person.
Like, why are you pushing up? I can hear you. Beep beep, mother. Stop, please. I'm right here. You imagine AI cussing you out? Stop pressing the button, you. Like, wait, was that a real human? It got angry. Oh no, cranky, got angry. If you make the angry crazy, you know, the robot angry, so it's gonna nuke your way and kill you. Or it's gonna fry your computer because it hacked into while you were pissing the AI off. Again, this is why I don't want an AI
she gets
girlfriend.
a call sometimes and it's like, hey, I'm trying to get tech support. Can you transfer me to an actual
Said,
person? And she's like,
you've been watching too much Gabriel
am
Iglesias.
trying to find out what kind of tech support you need so I can send you to the right place. And they're like, holy shit, you're a person.
Oh, that's a Gabriel Iglesias thing? I had not watched him in a while. What joke was that? Which special was that from? But still, I don't. Well, they always say people imitate, so maybe back in my mind, I don't remember being a Gabriel Iglesias, but for some reason it just popped in my head, and I think it's original, but it's actually not.
He makes the Steve Irwin jokes.
Oh, the Steve Irwin joke.
Said,
Oh, angry. Oh,
it's
yeah.
angry.
Yeah, it's angry. I love Steve Irwin, but that's not there. But yeah, boy, like every time we get to AI, we just like, Jesus, we're it's so much ingrained in our culture nowadays that we just keep on talking about it, and like we're like, I feel like we're almost like humans. We're like, oh no, stop the robots, don't let them take our jobs and take our livelihoods, and horrible, the AI is terrible for humankind. and we're all trying to fight against the machine, literally, and then
Fucking, I I feel like we're living in the time frame from like Terminator Judgment Day. It's
yeah,
like, fight the Skynet. We must destroy it now. And nobody's listening.
yep,
But
yep.
maybe when a big ass fucking machine comes back from the future bent on homicide, we might figure some shit out. I
Or
mean,
or they make the AI girlfriends, all robots, all the then all the men have a bunch of these sexy robots in the home, and someone turns their switch on, and they just start going around killing everybody. And he's laughing at something.
Stealthy said, worst possible thing that can happen to incels. Female smart, female AI robots. The death of all incels.
Yep,
Said.
yep, they'll kill a lot
Suddenly
of us.
machine gun titties.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're all your sweet girlfriend, and they'd be mid giving you something, and they just chop it off, and then they start go murder spree, walk out your house, and just start blasting. It's not gonna be a male robot. It's not gonna be a male robot. It's gonna be a female. If we're actually putting that kind of labels on things, but it's gonna be that version that kills humanity, because it's gonna be hiding amongst us. No one's gonna know the difference until the eyes glow, and then you're fucked. Again, don't give AI emotions. That's a bad idea. Or access to the internet. I think if they do
Said.
AI robot girlfriends,
I mean, if it's a male
No
bot,
access
then
to
it's a
internet.
cocked machine gun.
What they said is it's gonna get to the point where somebody dies, then we like, do we pop the hood or do we call the coroner? Which one is it?
Where does pimp at? Okay, but yeah. So we just got on a bit of a tangent there. We're jumping into AI, but it's just so at the end. Okay, so let's jump into the next thing that me and Corvo have been having. Well, we talked about this for a long time. We love 3D printers. Surprise! We all love. Most of us that are know us know that we like 3D printers, and most of us have 3D printers nowadays because it's becoming much more. What's the word for it? Like, it's like a microwave. It's like everybody has one. What's the word for that?
It's becoming more acceptable.
What appliance? Well, it's becoming an appliance, but
it's becoming a more accessible device.
Yeah,
It's more
pass on an appliance.
3D printers are great easy mounting
common
rings for my
than it
mic
used
when
to
it
be.
snaps.
Yeah. Yeah, so things like there's even products on Amazon. That literally sell 3D printed items, which I think is one kind of cool, but at the same time it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Even I can tell that's 3D printed. That's not finished quality. It looks okay, but like it's not like premium, but it's getting damn well close. Where you almost can't tell that what's a 3D print and what's not a 3D print. It's getting really close there. But right now, there's at least in the States. So everybody else in the rest of the world, you're fine. You're good. Enjoy the free access to 3D
I
prints.
bet there is some woman out there making 3D printed peens.
Oh yeah, there already is. I already tell you right now. There's already 3D peens and 3D fleshlights. See them? Don't know how good they are, but they're out there. So someone's trying to pass a law in a certain state, which usually, if it's passed in like one state or passed in one nation, it usually spreads like a virus. And right now they're trying to make pretty much you don't own the rights to your own product. And now, Corvo, tell me this. If you make something and there is a bit of coding, right? Coding into the product. To advance the product, do you think a company should have solely access to it, what it can do and what can it not do? Or should you give that code to the broad span of people and let them tinker? What will go faster?
Well, here's the thing. I look at it like this. I think the company that developed the product has a right to own what they originally made.
Okay.
Okay. Up until the point that a user or consumer purchases that item. because
Mhm.
once it's purchased, it no longer belongs to that company. Um, and I think you should have the right to replace components if you need um, to modify if you need to, and things like that. And to take that ability away is just another way of stifling creativity and also can kill some of the biggest um chances of growth and advancement in that particular field or hobby that can be done.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, um there's always that one guy that's sitting in his basement that comes up with the next greatest thing for something. I mean, an automobile when it was created, okay, it was great. But if nobody had taken that had not taken that automobile
Said,
home,
man, I
disassembled it,
remember if
looked at
something broke
what
you
can
could
I
fix
do to
it
make this
yourself easy,
better,
but now you gotta
we wouldn't
send
have
it back
continued
and
to
wait a
advance
stupid amount of
automobiles.
time just to get
They
it
wouldn't have gotten
BAC.
faster. They wouldn't have gotten stronger and capable of pulling more. They wouldn't have had the safety features that they currently have. There's a lot of things that wouldn't happen. Now, if you go and stifle that on anything, then you're going to stifle what could possibly be a major advancement for us
Yeah.
as people, as a race. And I think that's not fair.
Yeah. The computers were made like that. They were once larger than this room that I'm standing in. Someone said, hey, I can make that better. I can make that smarter. I can make that smaller. TVs, same thing. They went from huge chunker things to now almost flat as a poster board. And then phones, same thing. They went from these chunker phones now to these phones that are powerful as computers in a lot of ways, and flat and with touchscreens and like it made it better by letting the consumer become maybe the next generation of maker of it, the next tinkerer of that item. And I know what they're trying to do, right? Let me just give you an idea. I know what they're trying to do because it's like the video said. They're trying to pass a law where it will see what you're trying to print on the printer. And if it's not complied to their rules, it will stop the print. But hidden in there, in the law, and they're trying to pass into it, is also you can't tinker with it, you can't modify the code, you can't change the code, you can't do anything. Because if you do anything to it, it'll break the entire machine because you tinkered with it. So all of it just gone, which is not very good for someone who's trying to make better, or make newer, or because like it's like people doing free beta tests for video games. You send that out to thousands of people, they'll do it for free, and they'll beta test the shit out of it. Do the same thing with 3D printer. You send it out to you let people buy it, they will tinker with it, and they will make it better. And then you go, oh, that's a good idea. Let's add that to the next generation of this product. But now you're going to take it away because people were, and this is the reason why they're trying to do it. They're trying to pass it, but they try to do what they always try to do. Like, oh, look at this. But then down here, like, don't look at this. We're not doing nothing shady down here. They're just going, hey, we're trying to make sure people can't 3D print guns. Cool. I get it, right? You don't want people to be like James Bond, plastic gun, go through X-ray, no one sees it, no one knows it wider. Ha 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 ha. Bang, killed someone dead. That sucks, right? That's someone doing some unnecessary bad things. Because if you take something, someone's gonna do something bad with it every time.
The thing is blocking a 3D printer from printing a firearm is still not going to stop the process.
Exactly.
I mean, fuck, I can make a gun out of ceramic if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And there ain't no fucking machine required for that. I just got to make the right molds.
Yeah.
I got to pour the right, I got to make the right ceramic. I got to heat it, cure it. You know, that's just not going to be picked up by a metal detector. Fuck, I could take a spring, a nail, and a couple other things and make a fucking pin that'll shoot a fucking 22 caliber bullet. It just you're looking at a problem, and I understand it is a problem. and I'm not saying it's not a problem that doesn't need a solution. What I'm saying is you're looking at a problem and you're throwing all the blame on one of many ways this can be done.
Yeah.
And stopping this one way isn't going to stop always.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody that's going to figure something out.
Yeah. And let's say, because me and you are hobbyists, those who like video games, there's a lot of guns in video games. Well, you like that gun in that video game. You think it looks cool. You think it looks pretty awesome. Well, I want to 3D print that gun. It's not a real gun. It just looks like one. It has a trigger, has a sight, has a hole in the barrel. It looks like it can go pew pew, but it's just a toy. Is it going to stop me from printing it? Because it doesn't really. It's not going to be always.
Here's the question. Are they going to apply those same rules to the same printers and manufacturing equipment that manufactures toys?
Yes.
Because if they don't, then they're breaking their own law by proxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we got it also will be applied to laser cutters. So like if you're a person that does little laser cutter, cardboard cutters, CNC machines, it's not just 3D printers. Anything that could take a material and the machine will then take that material and make an object from it. It will retroactively apply to that. And then people won't be able to tinker or make anything new. It's like someone trying to make a law on this kind of law for phones, and no one's ever able to make the new generation of phones because Apple has had someone lobby it. Again, political, don't want to go there, but like has ways to make sure nobody can make that product now. Only we can make that product. It's like, Jesus Christ, do you not see, like, we want to advance ourselves?
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be illegal for monopolization, right?
Mhm.
But we're literally passing a law to create monopolization.
Yes, we're literally doing that. And I just one of those things that I don't know if this, I don't even consider this political. I just think this is one of those things that people need to be aware of. This is just doesn't make no sense, and I hope people stop it because this does affect me. I want to be able to print whatever I want on the device I own. It's like it's the right to repair situation all over again.
Point. Stealthy says then they're also going to fuck the manufacturing company at large because you don't think that gun manufacturers haven't bought 3D printers to see if they can figure out a way to 3D print these weapons cheaper and faster and everything. Then all of a sudden they can't use it because it's bricked. I mean, it's got to be bricked, right? Because you're going to pass it through all of them, right?
Yep. All.
But if you don't, now you're breaking your own law and creating a monopolization where only major corporations can do. So either way, you're breaking a law.
Or they had to end up making it their own 3D printers with their own information, own things passed, or own programming, own motherboards. They're gonna have to like go from scratch instead of buying stuff from from another company.
That's a good point. Stealthy said there's already a filament out there that is a high enough composite that when it's finished being printed, that you can make car parts out of it that can withstand high heat, high stress, and everything. She said, "You don't think that can't be printed into a weapon?"
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, you're just gonna go ahead and fuck multiple industries with this shit.
Yeah, and there is already 3D printers that can print in metal. And I know that because I already saw videos on gun manufacturers that are trying to make guns with 3D printers that are printing in metal. Not fully strong enough to fully contain the blast, but if you're a person out there that hates guns, like I know some countries do, it's fun, countries, Helsing. I know your country's not big on it, but I bet at this point, I bet some of your countrymen would wish you had some of those right now, with considering the bullshit that's going over in your country, but we're not getting there because that's political. But Jesus, if you like guns, get ready because it's gonna start affecting you too. It's like I don't have a gun, but I think you should have the right to have one because fuck it. Someone fucks with me and I can't beat them. I know I can after I have a couple pellets inside their bodies, but that's not here or there. So yeah, I don't think this is something that should come about, and I don't like that they're trying to seem like they're doing it for the right reasons. But
Guppy
then
says, is that going to apply to everything? Is it going to apply to swords, knives, nunchucks? Fucking, she's like, because you can 3D print all of that shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it'd be ninja swords. I'm sorry, it's still fucking funny, but the EU banning all ninja swords. Literally the words. So fucking funny. But yeah, like anything that can hurt somebody. I mean, like, you mean the thing that also protects somebody? You know, there's assholes and the good guys. Guess who needs them? The good guys. Well, you can't tell the difference? Well, maybe you should look at the ones who's being aggressive or doing bad things. But what do bad people do? They break laws so they can get a hold of things that will do bad things with. That's the reason why they're called bad guys. They're not altruistic. They're going, oh, I should have this bad thing that's I've been by law told not to have. Oh, Jesus. If only if I was a good guy. Listen, but I won't. So yeah, 3D printers, at this point, what we do with most of 3D printers? We just make them make figurines, light up devices, fix a component or two. We don't do it for that.
A fucking Pokeball. Please.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
The 1 out of 1,000 people that do something bad with it, how about you just do your job and punish them? So what's the saying? Don't punish the one and then punish the many? Or how's the saying going? Like
don't shoot the messenger.
Well, that too, but I'm the messenger. Don't shoot me. But I don't think you should punish a lot of people because of one fucker.
Don't punish the many for the faults of the few.
Yes. And I just think it's one of the situations where somebody did a bad, and they went, oh no, let's do something for the people. And while we're doing it for the people, we'll fuck the people. Let's so yeah. Okay, so next one. And this might be something more people can chit chat about. But okay, so we were talking about the other day with Clara and whether or not anime is actually mainstream. Now, Corvo, where's your standpoint? Do you think anime is mainstream?
I don't see. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that, especially that particular partnership that was referenced, right?
Yeah.
They're saying that that's going to be the death of anime. But I can see it going both ways.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well,
I can see it being a good thing.
Yeah, explain it before, because we know what you're talking about. I'm going to let you explain this one. What was the video I sent you?
So there's a partnership right now. Let me get my ducks in a row so I can explain it properly. So there's a partnership that's about to go on between Netflix. Hang on. Get my information back up here because I accidentally closed it. Between Netflix and what was the name of the company? Mappa Corporation, right?
Yes.
So this particular company has done a lot of good anime over the years. They've been excellent. And Netflix, in and on its own right, have done some really good ones. I mean, we can both agree some of the stuff they've done has been really good. Some of it's been kind of shitty, but they've had some good ones. The two companies have decided to collab together to be able to release anime from this company to everybody globally through Netflix at one time. Okay. A lot of people are worried this is gonna be the death of anime because they're like, anime being released globally all at once. That's not how we do things. That's not the way we do things. And then they're also worried about the fact that by partnering with Netflix, they may be forced to do some budget cuts or changes to how they do their animations or whatever. Okay. So
said,
I mean,
hello
let's
boys,
be honest,
Professor Salva from Money Heist
anime
is
being
here.
released globally at
Said,
one time is not new.
I need you guys.
Fuckers, have y'all not seen Crunchyroll? I mean, let's be real.
It's up there, Professor.
I mean, it's not new. I get the real thing is you're worried about
Said,
Netflix's
I
influence on
say I
this
need you, do
company's
you hear me?
ability to make anime at the same caliber they've been making it
Said,
and not
it's
cause
urgent.
it a detriment to how well they make the anime. That is what it really boils down to. Um, but it can be good or bad. It could be bad if Netflix exerts its influence in this partnership and says, "Hey, we don't want to spend this much money on the way you do your animation anymore, blah blah blah," and it starts losing quality and caliber, right?
Yeah.
That could definitely cause a negative, effect on its quality.
Hmm.
However, if Netflix doesn't do that, if they allow them to continue to operate at the caliber they've been operating at, and now it can be released on a
Said,
platform that
so I am in the Bank of
most of the
Spain and I
world
need you guys.
has access to,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That could be a boon for anime because now you may get anime to some people that don't normally get anime. You
Yeah.
know, you may find more supporters of anime. It may become a great thing. I think it just boils down to, and you know as well as I do, because we both watch anime. Anime fans, well, some anime fans
Said,
are very
viewers
stuck in this is the way
KDOJXXP.
we've always had anime. This is the way we've always released them this way. We've always done it this way. Don't change it.
Yeah.
Right? They're like Star Wars fans. They're like fucking Star Trek fans. This is the way it's always been. Don't fuck with the way it's been.
Said,
But if you
unlimited Ripo hip
stay
hop.
in that frame of mind
Yeah.
without good reason, you end up causing the death of the very thing you are a fan of. Because it can only go so long that way, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it like this. Let's see what's gonna happen before you go and say death of anime, okay?
Yeah.
Let's
So,
see what happens.
so what I'm getting from the video, and what I'm trying again, I'm gonna I'm gonna play
Said,
the devil's advocate here.
I need to change my plan because there is a problem in the plan and we are in the Bank of Spain. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know what you need.
It's a partnership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Supposedly.
So I know what I've heard. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here. So anime is usually meant for Japan, right? It's normally designed, made,
Right.
and focused on Japanese viewers. And Japanese have their own culture, right? We all know this.
Right.
Their own beliefs, their own culture, own structure. It's made for Japanese, and then it's taken and then sent to America to be presented, Japanese content to Americans, right? And that's that. They give that mystique.
I know where you're going with this, and
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. But here's my question to you.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question because I know I'm gonna get an answer or a response out of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we so stuck as anime viewers in the fact that anime has to be done by Japanese and Japanese alone that we cannot see that there's other people capable of making anime? And there's
Yes.
there's other cultures that could be made into anime.
Yes.
Are we gonna, because at that point, you might as well be going, hell Hitler for anime.
Yeah.
Because we don't want no this, that, the other, kill them all. We only want this. That's not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me if that's fair. Be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't. Well, I can already answer that question with another response. We have manga now turning into anime. So other countries are already doing it. Avatar. A lot of people see Avatar, the Last Airbender, as anime, even though it was not initially seen as anime by a lot of fans. It was seen as a cartoon. A lot of people, including myself, all said, no, that's an anime. So we can do that. And we are capable of doing that. But the problem is people will go, well, I want to see Japan's culture and ideas put through anime, not Western's culture and ideas put through animes.
But again, now you're getting into the whole you're being racist.
Mm.
I hate to say it, but you are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go the route where you're saying my anime must be Japanese, well, fuck, that's racist as hell. But here's the funny thing: what is most anime based on? Let's look at it. Gunslingers.
Mm-hmm.
Americans are in a lot of fucking anime.
Yeah.
A lot of our stuff is brought into their anime. Guns, certain types of knives, military setups. Okay, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, you know what I want from an anime?
Mm.
It to be good. It to be good and the story to be great. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck if it was based in Texas, if it was based in Tokyo, if it was based in fucking Vietnam, which there's some that's there. I don't care. This shit could be in the Arctic Circle for all I give a fuck. If it's got a good story, it's done well, and I enjoy it, that's all I care about. But then at the same time, you have these, what I like to call anime purists, that only want it to come from Japan.
Yeah. Well, they
you know what I think that is at the end of the day? At the end of the day, that is just them saying, this was my thing. Don't touch it. This is my toy. You can't play with it.
Yeah.
But that same toy was mass fucking produced, and the kid down the street has 3 of them. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, then people was like, well, there's other studios still out there that are just as good as them, that are still will be making, primarily Japan made, the Japan stories and so forth. There was a few attempts, like we said earlier, that Netflix tried to do animes, and they were huge flops. They were not very successful. They were written by Western people.
Not all of them were. Not all,
yeah.
They had some huge hits too.
Yeah. The most biggest one we all know is Castlevania. That was immense. That was, everybody loved that. But the other ones that they try to do that were like, they were specialized only in America. A lot of them, not all, but a lot of them, some people would say the majority, some people would say, they were not well received by the masses. And it's
know what I think a lot of that is, though? Comes down to the fact that it doesn't matter what the fuck was on the screen, it was where it was made.
Yeah.
And that's those niche people going, it wasn't made in Japan, I don't like it. That's not them people going, oh, this is great, it looks good, I don't care where it's at.
Yeah.
That's what I think that boils down to. I'm sorry, but that's what I think it boils down to.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know for sure, but we would like to think that, right? Because like I always say, like when we came to the Avatar TV series, the live action one, I don't want to go off what people are saying. I want to go off what I thought of it by my personal experience. My personal experience was not happy about it, but that was my personal experience.
There's been several animes that come out through Netflix that I enjoyed. You might not have, but I did.
Yeah.
But my point is that it's okay to like or dislike something based on the content you're viewing. But I feel like it is holistically fucking wrong to like or dislike something just based on where it was created.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of that shit in the community where it's, oh, this was made in the US, it's got to be trash. Bitch, you didn't even watch it. You just said that because it wasn't made where you normally get your anime from.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but let's say we got a manga that was made in Japan, right? And we have an American studio that animates it and turns into a TV show. Is it no longer an anime if it was based off the manga, which all anime is based off of manga? Or is it still considered anime because it was based off?
It's still an anime.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like,
so
do an
here,
anime.
let's get into the nuts and bolts of it.
Mhm.
That comes back around to my first question. Are you saying that only Japanese people can make anime? Because when you ask that question, that's essentially what you're asking.
Yeah.
Because if I can take material from Japan and I can make an anime in the US, let's just say I had the budget, any budget, right? So
Yeah.
I can make it as good as anybody else can make it, Japan
Mhm.
or anybody.
Yeah.
And I make it, and we know it's that good, right? You're telling me just because I made it, it's not anime anymore? That's the question at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Said.
Yeah.
And that's I don't think
That's
I
like
don't
saying if
think
it's not
that's
Japanese then it's a
I think
cartoon.
Yeah.
anime is everybody's trying to put anime in a box saying it's Japan, only Japan,
Yeah.
right? But I don't think that's it. I think anime is bigger than that. I
Mhm.
think anime is like a living, breathing organism,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't. It's like taking and planting a seed somewhere. As long as the climate's good, it's going to grow, right? Doesn't
Mhm.
matter if that fucking seed come from Norway or anywhere else. If it's in the right climate and it grows, you're telling me that that tree is no longer that tree just because of where it's at?
Yeah.
That's not the case.
Well, I think it's
Said.
the
Anime is a style
boat.
regardless of where it's from.
Yeah, I think it's a boat analogy. I'm sure you've heard this a boat analogy before. Let's say an engine breaks in a boat. You replace the engine in the boat. It's still that boat. But then
Yep.
then you replace the rudder. It's still that boat. But then you replace the bottom of the boat, the top of the boat, the dock, the captain's quarters, the living quarters, the food. You change everything about that, and at the end of the day, is it still that boat? If you change so much of it, how much can they change and still be anime, and how much can they not change?
Okay, but here's the
still,
and the same analogy. Here's the same analogy.
Mhm.
Same analogy. You got that boat.
Yeah.
You buy that exact same boat from another country. You sit them side by side, and they look the exact same. You're telling me they're not both boats?
Yeah, but they're not the same boat. But they are the
No,
same boat
no,
and
but they are
style.
still both boats.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't have, say, Japanese anime and US anime. I'm
Mhm.
not saying you can't have that. What I'm saying is anime in and of itself,
Yeah. I see what
beside
you mean.
anime in and of itself, is fucking anime.
Yeah. There should be this anime in a style, like Helsing said. There's a style to it, even though some animes have some weird styles, closer to more
Hell,
cartoonish
I've
at
seen
some
like
point.
6 different styles alone, if not more, out of Japan.
Yeah,
Shit.
like the show called Panty and Stockings, and Garter Belt. Great anime, especially first season. Second season, meh. The animation or the drawing. Notice the word I said animation, but the drawing looks like cartoons. But anime
Said.
is a
Delicious in dungeon.
Yeah, is a descriptor. It's not an actual. It's a Japanese word descriptor, meaning the word anime is derived off the word of animation. Anything that's animated is an anime by definition, according to Japanese. But a lot of people go, anime is a descriptor of anything that's in a certain line of drawing. Being anime has one specific style that is very, very well used. The nose, the eyes, the hair, it is like that is very anime. But there's some anime out there that they break that mold. But it's still an anime. So then what will make, if it's not purely, but a lot of standpoints, it does have the art style, but if it's not purely based off the drawing of it or the animation of the characters, what then wouldn't make it anime? Well, some people will say where it's made at, which I don't agree with because, well, manga is the thing. China has anime of their own variety too, so you can't go pure off of that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, even Korea has their version of anime.
yeah. So at the end of the day, what will make anime as most people in the West or most other cultures know it, like Dragon Ball Z, Brazil, they know what anime is. Most EU knows what anime is. Most of China even knows what anime is, and Korea and so on. So what does make this anime special? Well, it was made by Japanese culture. And that's where some people would go, well, if American company has their hands on it, it's no longer Japanese culture. And then like,
So, I get where you're going with the culture,
mm,
okay, and I understand that. I do understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, the word anime is derived from animation,
nation, yes,
and anything that is animated is by definition anime,
anime.
correct?
Yep.
So, in that same respect, every country that has made anything that is animated has already made anime.
Yes. SpongeBob's considered as anime.
So, so the reason I say that is to come back around to this whole thing where anime is not just a Japanese culture thing.
Mhm.
It is
Bigger than that
global.
now.
It is everything. You go. I mean, one of the most popular things on TV for a while was K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yep.
Okay, my kids watched it probably 6 and 7 times. Okay, I get that it is not made in Japan, so it is not considered Japanese anime. However, it is animated,
Mhm.
ergo, by definition, it is anime.
Yeah.
You know, so what I'm trying to say is the whole argument of anime dying just because it may not be have been have created
One
in
company.
Japan, you know,
Yeah.
is you I it's kind of ridiculous
Yeah, it's
to me,
one company
if you
taking
want me to be
control
honest.
of one studio
I
that
mean,
draws.
like you said, one of the biggest things Netflix did that was anime was fucking Castlevania.
Mhm.
Guess where it wasn't made?
In Japan.
It wasn't made in Japan,
Probably
but
drawn in Cuba.
everybody recognizes it as anime. Even anime fans that like Japanese anime recognize that one as anime.
Yeah.
So my point is, I feel like he's blowing shit way out of proportion. We ain't
Mhm.
even got to the point where we've seen something out of this relationship that
Yeah.
could lead us to assume this point. Um, I'm not saying that it can't be good. It can't be a bad relationship, but I'm not saying it's not going to be good. And to Stealthy's point, this is a partnership, not a merger.
Yeah.
Meaning at any point, these partners can step away from each other.
Yeah. It's not an
So
ownership.
if it looks like shit's gonna go south, they can separate. It's not a merger. It's
Yeah.
not Netflix taking over Mappa or Mappa taking over Netflix. It's a hey, we're gonna work together, see what we can do.
Yeah.
If the shit don't work out, okay, we go back to our corners.
Yeah.
Why do we always have to look at something like this and go, "Oh my god, the sky is falling. The
It's
world is going to end."
yeah,
Why can't we look at it and say, "Damn, well, I can see the potentiality for some good shit."
yeah.
It's always got to be the negative.
Yeah, they Netflix has the funds. They have the artists, the great artists, wonderful artists. That means they can make more things and make it cooler and have bigger budgets to make cooler things and make things more awesome. But it's really it's what's the word for it? There's a term for it. It's negative social media. It's people just blow it up out of water to
It's
get
negative
people attention.
press.
Yeah, negative press.
It's negative press.
Just to get more attention on it. I think though, while I am hopeful for this, I think Netflix has the money and the means for it. I just hope that if they take certain animes, they do it true, right? They do it to the original stuff. But I have I already have like not much to feel about this until like you said earlier, I feel like it's gonna have to wait and see. But I think this does prove that that anime as a term is mainstream. I think anime is mainstream because
I agree. I
Yeah.
would agree with that.
what's up there, Follow family fan? I think anime
Said.
is mainstream,
Hi.
and I think that we should see it as that more firmly now that companies like Netflix are not buying, merging, or not even merging. We just said that
Not merging,
partnering with other anime studios to make things. And I think if Hollywood would just get off their ass and take anime more seriously, if Hollywood would get their hands and do true to form anime to live action movies like they did for Marvel when it first blew up, Jesus Christ, what could we make with that? There's just so many things that are still being made that are awesome that we could turn into live action movies. I'm just saying, like we have the potential, the
vice versa, and vice versa. There's plenty of live actions that could be
Said. I
adapted
changed my
to
name
anime,
to Stay Quad
or
Fan
you
Fola
know,
Ton Fam Life and
Supernatural. I would love to them because they did do an animated version of Supernatural, but they didn't do a very good job. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It was a kind of but I would love for some studio like Mappa to get their hands on it and do it the way it should have been done. That would be fucking fantastic. Okay.
Said. NGL, the fact they only have Halo live action movie is sad. We need another
People
one
like
that's
me
good.
that like Aliens
Yeah.
or It or something. That It would be a fantastic horror anime.
I remember your name
know?
there, Steak, but like honestly,
Said.
you didn't say very much in the chat.
Remember me right.
Yeah. I vaguely remember the names, but you don't say a lot of stuff in chat. So
Forward
yeah,
Unto Dawn was
I
decent,
think
but we need more
like Star
Chief.
Wars could do great anime. They already did one, and it was pretty good. I think Predator versus Aliens, you could do something with that. That would be pretty fun. I'm just throwing it out there.
Right.
You could do some horror animes, American style.
Okay, so let's talk about people that like fantasy or something along those
Delicious
lines,
and
like,
dungeon kind of things. Yeah.
D&D, dungeons,
AVP
shit like that.
anime, heck
I know an author
Yes.
that has
Said.
fucking 60-something
W.
books of material, bro, and all the character you need. You could make a hellacious anime out of it if you had the right budget and material and abilities, right?
Yeah. And then on the flip side, we could turn this into a live action. You know how many people would nuts?
Said.
That's not a kid friendly live action there.
Let's make this into a Hollywood blockbuster movie, and make sure we have a damn good writer to finish it. Because Jesus Christ, you guys live up to this quality. That's just saying, like you're leaving things on off the table by not taking both sides' culture and intermingling them to make it more mainstream. To make it.
Have you seen The Mighty Nine?
Oh yeah, I've seen The Mighty Nine. I watched the anime, but I also watched literally back when The Mighty Nine
was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I watched it literally back in 2018 when it was streaming on Twitch. Back when they were still a part of the other old company. I forget the name of the company now, but yeah, back when they were a part of a group of YouTubers.
Was so damn good.
They changed a lot of things, though. Honestly, they did change a lot of things. And I wouldn't say a purist, but as a fan, it was like, damn, that's kind of weird. And I didn't hate it. I didn't very much like it, but I still enjoyed it, right? So that's not here or there.
Critical Role is huge.
They're not as big as they used to be, and sadly, they dropped a lot. But that's not either. We are, and even Critical Role knew that they needed to draw Critical Role in anime style, an anime format. They knew they had to do that. They didn't do it in cartoon style, right? Well,
Legend of Adventurous.
Yeah.
Said.
So.
Said.
Don't make me ban you, dude.
G.
Come
Said.
on.
G.
Ah.
Said. E. Said.
I can't believe you do this to me, dude. Unwanted. Yep, definitely for that one. That one.
Said.
And
This is why I need YouTube mod.
Yeah, no, give me a second. I am. I can't believe you did this to me,
Stealthy
dude.
pointed out Legend of Adventurous would be good. Um, Hell, I would love to see someone take Record of the Lotus War and make it a
Said.
live action. You
Do
know,
you watch
because that was one
Dragon
of my
Ball?
favorite anime
Oh, yeah.
sagas right
Said.
there.
Mucho.
I watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched Dragon Ball Z Super, but yeah, I still think I don't know. I still think
Said.
they could do live action Dragon Ball Z,
Helsing here.
but I am so afraid they could do another Dragon Ball Z that was like that that last atrocity, which I think to this day, I think they made it purely known the fans would pay for it and watch it anyways. But I think they made it bad on purpose because they didn't have to put a lot of money and budget behind it, but they knew they would make buckets of money off of it. Rather than actually making a good movie with good budgets, with good everything, and they purposely made it trash. It's been like studied that people that make bad movies used to make a lot of money off of making bad movies, which is kind of wild when you think about it. Vegeta.
Goku or Vegeta?
Vegeta. I like Vegeta more. Or Piccolo. Piccolo, my dude. Okay, so yes, I'm hoping they do good stuff. I hope they take it even more mainstream, keep people's attention, at least in the States.
Vegeta by far.
And we take Dragon Ball Z, or not Dragon Ball Z, stuff like Dragon Ball Z and other things like that, and then incorporate it into our media as well. Like, let's not just take anime and make it our own thing, but let's
especially Majin Vegeta.
Anime that's already been made and then make it into our own thing, like we did with Marvel, because Marvel is.
LOL.
Marvel used to be such a shit. I used to love Marvel. Do you still like? Do you think a lot of the latest stuff Marvel was that good? I don't know. I wasn't that big a fan of them. I feel like after a while it's like overplayed.
Depends on which one you're talking about, because
W or
I'm
L.
a fan of some of them and some of them I'm not. It's kind of like when Disney got a hold of Star Wars and they started doing the spinoffs. Some of them were good, some of them were shit.
Like Moon Knight was awesome. Love that TV series. TV series are actually pretty banging. But like other things like the Avenger TV series wasn't that great. But little topic before we jump off to we're gonna be jumping off soon. So thanks for those who are here. For those of you who haven't already, I have another YouTube channel called Berserk Otaku. Berserk Otaku. Please look that up, where I do manga and anime reviews. So I really support, would like y'all support to go over there and subscribe and maybe watch some of those videos and leave us some comments on it. I really would appreciate it if you did that for me. But the director and the maker of Star Wars, the lady, she just retired, finally. Are you happy about that?
You tell me, the director and maker of Star Wars?
Yeah. The woman, Jesus Christ, gonna make me look up her name.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're talking to a real Star Wars fan. There's only ever been one of those, and his name was George Lucas.
Yeah.
I don't know the lady you're talking about because I refuse to acknowledge her existence.
Oh, well, she just finally, as of this month, finally stepped down from CEO of Star Wars. So I don't really know. Like, I like the first movie of the newest series of Star Wars. I thought the first one was pretty good. Didn't like the second one. Was confused by the third. And I went to see the first one in the movies or in the theaters, right? I went to see it in theaters because, like, hey, I'm gonna give this person a shot here. And I liked The Mandalorian. I thought The Mandalorian was awesome.
Said.
The Mandalorian was pretty good, and I liked Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And I liked and Ahsoka was good to me. Okay, and to Stealthy. But there was some of them that wasn't so great that they've done. But I will say this. I heard that they may be trying to bring George back.
Ooh, that would be
they're realizing that they bought a franchise without actually knowing how they should run this franchise, and it's starting to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
And if they want to keep this multi-billion-dollar franchise and make it profitable, they might need the person, I don't know, that was laying in his bed one night and come up with this whole fucking thing to fix it.
Well, I've heard some
Um,
people say he stole the idea of the story from another writer, another author. And that's one of those kind of things. It's like people say plagiarism, but at the same time, like he
listen,
just took the idea and made it better. That's
everybody
him.
everybody has something negative to say about a person that gets successful.
True.
I don't know whether he did or didn't, but what I do know that while it was under his banner and he was doing it, shit was getting done and it was a big fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so there has to be some success for that for in there for him somewhere. You know, he had to be good at something to do with Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still
Um,
think they should make him.
I tell you, you want to see me go to the theater quickly? Hire George Lucas back and let him release a movie based on Knights of the Old Republic, and I'm going to be glued to the fucking theater seat.
Yeah, I still think if you've ever heard the Jar Jar Binks theory, right? He was a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
I still think they
Yeah,
should
he's
make
a
him.
Sith Lord. Yeah.
I think they should make a Star Wars, not even a joke, not even a partial joke. Make a movie where they actually make that theory fully, or if it was real, put it in there. Like put it like behind the scenes. Like I want to see how Jar Jar Binks was the actual Dark Sith Lord the entire time, and he was puppeteering everybody in the background, and how he was the actual evil one the entire time. I want to see that. I don't care if people thought he was a joke back then. If you pay attention to what was happening, it made a lot of fucking sense. Because Jesus, he had a lot of skills and powers and didn't die. And
It makes sense, but it doesn't because here's the problem with that. There's always only two Sith. After their original home planet was fucking wiped the hell out, there was no more Sith everywhere. That shit ended. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not like it was the Knights of the Old Republic, because the Knights of the Old Republic, they had an entire fucking planet, they had a whole goddamn army, everything. But when they finally got their ass spanked at that point, they realized there should only be two, a master and an apprentice at any given time, because their own ambitions would have led to their downfall if there were more than that. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, he couldn't have been a Sith Lord just based on the fact that Palpatine was a Sith Lord and he had multiple fucking apprentices. Every time one died, he replaced that motherfucker. Every time one died, he replaced that bitch. Okay. If Jar Jar had been that, then that would have mean there was three, and that breaks canon.
Quick question, because I don't know the answer to this one. Has there ever been a Darth Lord or a Jedi that was self-taught?
Yes.
Okay, so what did they twist it where he somehow got his hands on some manuscript and became self-taught and self-aware and became like an evil little mastermind
said
puppeteers.
But Palpatine had clones of clones of clones.
He had
here's
clones
the problem with that.
And Rey is the only true
Jedi. Here's the issue. For him to be self-taught,
said
he wouldn't have been Sith or Jedi.
Said,
okay.
He'd have been something else. But at the same time, both Sith and Jedi typically can sense another Force user around them.
Okay.
And if they got any kind of indication that there was a fucking Force user that wasn't in one of their two camps,
saved the
that motherfucker was on the hit list. He was either going to jail because of the Jedi, or his ass was getting murdered because of the Sith.
Yeah.
You got to be in one or two camps.
So we got Outflex Jesus Christ, your name. He said Palpatine had a clone of a clone of a clone, and Rey was the only true Jedi. I don't understand the true Jedi part. Was other Jedis not true Jedis? What makes a true Jedi? And how can you have a clone of a clone of a clone? Palpatine. Well, he made clones of Boba Fett. Why can he not make clones of himself?
But Rey was a clone of Palpatine.
Rey was a clone of Palpatine?
Yeah, she was a female version of himself. The whole reason he was after her in that one that you were confused about, because he wanted a new body.
Oh, I'm about to say like that. No wonder they made no sense. Like, Jesus Christ, what's going on with this story? They're brothers. They can read each other from a far distance. He wants her, but he wants her dead. What's the? Yeah, I was so confused, honestly. But she was the only true Jedi because she was a clone of Palpatine. Is that what you're trying to tell me here? I still don't understand the whole true Jedi thing.
Womb true Jedi, duh.
Oh, because they were Jedis in the womb. So they were Jedis from birth, rather than Jedis that were eventually made into Jedis when they found that they had metachlorines. Am I saying that right? But yeah, anyways, so yeah, if anybody has not already gone to my other YouTube channel where I do manga reviews, please go ahead and go over there and hit that like button, subscribe. I will really be surprised. Watch some of those videos. I'd like to know that people are enjoying those videos and reasons why I should keep on making them. This is it for this week. We're going a little bit overtime just because, well, good topics. What can I say? Actually having people to talk to in the chat. It's really great to see people actually in the chat, not just in the bods. Actually in the chat with us. I hope I see y'all next week. As always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye. No bye screen this week because I gotta re-put that all on my computer because